Hello everyone, and welcome on back to my channel. Thank you for coming back and joining me on another video. To my returning subscribers, you already know what it is. I appreciate you all so much, but if this happens to be your first time here stopping by the channel, let me introduce myself and explain what happens over here. So my name is Monet. I am 25 years old and I am a cash budgeter. I utilize the cash envelope method to help me stay on budget and help me manage money, because before this system I was just a handful. So I am greatly appreciative of discovering it, and on this channel I like to showcase it and educate it in case anyone else wants to know what it is or see how it works. I am also in the process of eliminating my debt. I am very strongly committed to eliminating it by the end of this year. So that is what my main focus tends to be. So if any of that sounds like it's interesting to you and you would like to learn more about that, then definitely go down below and hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We would love to have you. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will always be notified whenever I upload my next video. So within today's video, we are going to be doing a side income cash stuffing. This is going to be my last income that I am able to bring in for the month of June. So at the end of this video, we are going to see how much we are able to put towards debt, which is what I am most excited about. So if you're interested in seeing how much I earned for the week, then just keep on watching. All right, so as always, we are here with our elephant notebook. We are gonna go ahead and open to the page that we need. So here we see my breakdown process. This I just write on a piece of paper, and it's very simple and easy to me. So as always, if you find this helpful and simple and easy to follow, then by all means, you can go ahead and mimic my setup and set it up for what works best for you. But how I like to do it is I put the date of when I earned this income. So this was for the week of June 27th. And then I list all of my income sources. So we're working with my Shopify, my Etsy, Uber, and DoorDash. And then I just go ahead and break it down as usual. Getting into this week's earnings, the first one that we have is for my Shopify. That is my website where I sell all of my cash envelopes, cash dividers, budget principles, anything extra that I use towards my budget journey. All of that is within my Shopify, and the link for that is down in the description if you are interested and want to check it out. I truly appreciate all of the support that I got this month. This was the first full month of me running my shop, so thank you all for that supported, and thank you for all that gave me feedback on ways I can better improve it. I am always happy and appreciative of that. So with Shopify this week, we earned $225. And from Etsy, I also have an Etsy shop, and we made $10 this week from that. But now let's get into my exciting part. I am so happy to be getting back into Uber and DoorDash, as I said last week. So for Uber this week, I was able to bring in $244 for the week. And from DoorDash, I was able to bring in $223. So as we can tell, a big difference from last week because your girl was putting in work. So if we do go ahead and add up everything from my side income for the week, that gives us a total of $702 that we were able to make from side income as additional money. And before we go ahead and get started with the breakdown of how we are going to do our funds, I just quickly want to let you guys know about a Storytime experience I had when I was doing my Uber and my DoorDash. It was so crazy. I was like, I have to share this with people when I do my video. So if you aren't familiar with DoorDash and Uber, I'm gonna try and explain it. But if you don't know, both of these are apps where you deliver food and drop it off at someone's house. You pick it up from a restaurant and then you drop it off, right? So what I like to do, this happened on Sunday. And on Sundays, I like to go out and do the morning shift. That's typically the most lucrative time for me to make money within my area. So I like to go out from 10 a.m. to 3 on Sunday mornings. And this typical Sunday, I experienced the largest order that I've ever received when I was doing Uber. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pop on the screen the breakdown of what it was. if you look at it, you see it's like 20 of these meals and then another 20 of the sausage meals. It was a huge order. For me, when I pick up orders, I'm very strategic on what I'm picking. I look at the miles, I look at the cost, because at the end of the day, it has to be profitable for me. But what I did not see was how much is in the order, because you don't see that until you accept it. So when I accepted it, I was like, okay, do I really want to do this? Because it was very slow, but when I pushed it, it said I would get $25 and it would take about an hour to do. And for me, making $25 in 1 hour, that's really good. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and take on this order. And when I got there, I was not prepared for how big it is. If you don't know, my car is very tiny. I drive a Chevy Sonic. It's a very compact car, so I'm very limited on the things that I can put in it. And then I'm just gonna insert a clip of how many bags and how much space this order took up within my car. This is the largest order I've ever gotten. So I have one bag here. I have this whole bag full of like straws and condiments. I have this box full of orange juices, y'all, and there's orange juice underneath it. I have a bag down here. I have a bags back here. I have a bag down there, and my trunk is full of 5 bags of McDonald's. I just pray that these people tip me well, because this was a lot. Right. So as you guys saw, this was a big order, and all I kept praying was, I hope they tip well. Like, that was all that was in my mind. So on Uber Eats, it typically takes an hour for the tips to come through. But also when I accepted the order, I didn't know it included a trip surplus. So basically what trip surplus is on Uber, if they feel like it's going to be a lot of traffic, or if they feel like the order is big, they will compensate you already for the cost. So when I accepted it for $25, and when I dropped it off, it was only showing $17. So based on the number that Uber was showing me, that would mean that the customer was only going to tip me $8. And y'all, I was like, I hope this person does not tip me only $8. Because the funny thing was, when I dropped off the food, all of that was actually going to a school. So I'm assuming it was the coach who bought this food, and then all of their teammates were going to eat it. Because the best part about this order was that when I went to McDonald's, the employees were so generous enough to load the car up for me. So I didn't lift a finger. I didn't carry that box of orange juice. I didn't carry any bags. I just supervised. And when I pulled up to the school, I also did not carry any boxes or touch any bags, because the team came out and took all of that stuff out of the car. So technically, I didn't do anything. I just drove the food from one place to the next. But the coach who bought the food didn't know that. So I was like, if he's only tipping me $8 for all that work I did, even though I didn't really do any work, I was gonna be upset. So an hour went by, and I glanced at my phone, and I saw this pop up on my screen, and y'all don't even know, I almost called it a day. I almost screamed and rolled out of my car because I was so thankful. And that really helped me to get to my goal, because within those 5 hours that I was out, once you counted that trip, in total I made $150 in 5 hours. So that's about $30 per hour if you look at it that way. And for me personally, it doesn't always happen like that. So, you know, don't take this story as if you start to do Uber and DoorDash that's gonna happen. I don't want to say that. But I do always say give it a try and see what happens, because you never know. Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to share that story. I was so happy, and that really helped with my goals for the week. In my last video, I'm starting to get more comments about people, I guess, who didn't know that I did Uber or DoorDash, because I haven't talked about it for like 5 to 6 months because I took a break. So I got a lot of questions asking about any tips, recommendations, the things I do for taxes and all that stuff. So I've been doing Uber for almost 2 years now, and then I picked up DoorDash maybe like 6 months after that. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. If you want a video about the tips, the tricks, the things that I do to help as a side income. If you're interested also in taking a try at it, let me know. I will, put a video together, see what I can do to offer some recommendations, give you guys all the supplies and everything that I use to make my delivery experience better, to, bring in some extra income, because any dollar is helpful. All right, so now let's go ahead and proceed with our breakdown. So if we get into taxes first, taxes, I always like to do 30%. So if we do 702 times 0.30, that will give us $211 that I should be putting towards taxes. And then if we do 702 minus 211, that will give us our remaining of $491. So next we can move on into my expenses. These are the things that allow me to keep doing all of my side incomes. So my main expenses are gas and business. Gas, I did $100 last week. That worked out great for me. So I'm gonna do that again for $100. And then in terms of my business, that will be 30% of anything I made. So if we do 225 plus 10, because these are my two business income sources, that will be 235. And then we're gonna do 30% of that, showing that $71 should be going towards business. All right, so I like to go back up to remaining, 491, take away the 100 for gas, minus the 71 for business. And now we're left with $320 that I will put across sinking funds and my debt snowball. So getting started with my sinking funds, a lot of them are just gonna get $10. So annual pay is getting 10, Christmas is getting 10, gifts is getting 10, and household is getting 10. And then medical and vacation, these are both gonna get $5. So that will leave me with $270, and that $270, you guys, is gonna go straight towards debt. I am so excited. So minus $270, that will give us $0, making this a zero-based budget. So that is how I simply break down my side income. And now that we have a plan and know what we're gonna do, I'm gonna head to the bank and get the cash. And when I get back, we'll go ahead and get started with the cash stuffing. All right, you guys, so here we are. We got the cash right here for us. So let's go ahead and take this out. And I'm gonna get the money set up, and then I'll bring you guys back once we are ready. All right, everyone, so here we are. We got the money laid out up at the top. Here is our binder and then our notebook to follow along. Let's go ahead and get started. The first envelope that we will be stuffing will be taxes. Taxes today we said was getting $211. So two $100 bills, one 10 and one single, 100, 200, 10, and 11. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to my taxes envelope. And for the month, that's a total of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So $684 is for taxes. And this is just my taxes that I save up each month. And then at the end of each month, I will go ahead and deposit this into my savings account. And I will just have this money set aside so that when tax season comes around, if I owe anything, this is where I will be taking the money from. After taxes, we get into expenses, and the first one will be gas. Gas right here, I have the envelope for. That's getting 100, so we will just do a $100 bill and put that in our envelope. And this is just so that I can continue to do DoorDash and Uber again for my business, and that this gas does not tie into my personal gas that I use on my own time. So set that to the side and then move on to business. Business is getting 71, so 50, 120, and a single. So that's 50, 70, and 71. Opening up business and adding what we have. That will now give us a total of 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. So $368 is now within my business envelope. Next, we can get started with my sinking funds, and the first one up is annual payments. That's getting $10, so a $10 bill. Adding 10, that will now give us 100, 110, 20, and 30. So 130 sitting in annual payments. I feel like I get this question every so often, but my annual payments are just things that I pay annually, so I just lump it all together with my Amazon Prime that I pay once a year, Hulu that I pay once a year, Netflix, Apple Music, all of those things that are on like yearly subscriptions, because I save more money if I just pay outright once for the year rather than paying each one per month. So after that, we get into Christmas. Christmas is gonna get $10 as well, so a $10 bill. Adding 10, that will now put Christmas at 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 60, 70, 80. So $480 is being added to Christmas. Next is gifts. Gifts is also gonna get $10. Adding a 10, let's now see what we have. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. $85 in gifts. After gifts, we have household. Household is going to get 10. Adding a 10, that will now put our envelope at 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 15. So $115 is in household. Up next, we have medical. Medical is getting 5, so a $5 bill. Adding 5, that puts medical at 100, 200, 300, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 337. As I'm going through my envelopes, I can tell that some of them need to be condensed. So definitely when I do my sinking funds update at the end of the month, we're gonna do a condensing video so that your envelopes don't have to be so thick. And then the last sinking fund that we're gonna do is vacation for $5. So here's a $5 bill. Looking at vacation, I just realized that I still have not done the $500 bill. I appreciated the feedback that I got in my last video when I uploaded it, and I shared with you guys that I have one of these now. Some people were interested in purchasing, which I appreciate, but don't be mad at me because I said I was gonna do it on the weekend, but I did not have time. But I'm gonna get to it this week. But when I do update it, which I will let you guys know. So looking at vacation, we have $500. So this just means we have $500 in the bank. And then we have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. So $548 is what we have in total within vacation. And once we are done with vacation, we now move into the main event for me, which is debt. Debt snowball, we said, is getting $270. So that is what we should have left. 100, 250, 70. And now let us get a grand count and see what we were able to do as a debt snowball payment this month. For my side income, I started doing this late in the month, so it's not a full month's worth of side income. I believe it's probably like 3 weeks out of June. I started doing my Uber and DoorDash again. So let's just see how much we were able to save. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. And then I'm gonna add a 10 here to make this another 50. So that is $1,000, you guys. Oh my goodness. And then we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. $1,055 we were able to add as a debt snowball payment. So if you guys saw my last video, which is my debt snowball update for my car loan, you guys see where we stand, and this amount is going to go straight towards the principal, and then we will see the new balance reflected on my next debt snowball update. But I am just so excited and proud of myself. It just shows how much more money you can add and how quickly you can try and eliminate your debt. Or it doesn't even have to be debt, it can be savings to build things if you find some way to come up with some extra source of income. So I just really appreciate Uber and DoorDash being there and helping me out for a goal that I really wanted to try and do for myself. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put this right back in the envelope, and when I go to the bank after my sinking funds update, I will deposit that and make that payment. All right, you guys, so there you have it. That's how I'm going to wrap up the video. I was a little bit chatty today because I'm just in a good mood and just very excited, if you could not tell. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end and you are enjoying the content and you aren't subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button and join the family. But I believe that's all I have today for you guys. I will let you go. Thank you so much, and I will see you all next time in my next video. Bye, guys.